Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Azhar Ali, Assistant Professor, Electrical Engineering Department, Sarhad University, Peshawar. Today we are going to learn about bar graphs and histogram. And this is the first lecture of second week for the course Mathematics 2. What is a bar graph? A bar graph, also called bar chart, is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. A bar graph or chart that uses either horizontal or vertical bars to show comparison among categories. Now, what are the uses of bar charts? Bar chart useful for comparing classes or groups of data. In bar charts, a class or group can have a single category of data, or they can be broken down further into multiple categories for greater depth of analysis. Now, this is a simple bar chart. In this simple bar chart, along horizontal axis we put the specific category being compared, and along the vertical axis we represent the discrete values of the quantities. But it is important to note that to determine the discrete range, to find the largest value in the given data, this will help you to determine the range of the vertical axis and the size of each increment or class. The size of each class will be uniform. Then determine the number of bars and then use that number to draw and labels the horizontal axis. Bars may be in any order. Now, what are the types of bar graphs? There are four types of bar graphs or bar charts. Number one is a single vertical bar, group bar charts, stacked bar, and horizontal bar graphs. Now I want to define each types of bar chart. Number one, single vertical bar chart. A single vertical bar graphs are used to convey the discrete value of the item for each category shown on the opposing axis. This is a single vertical bar chart. In single vertical bar chart, we present the category along the horizontal axis and the discrete value along the vertical axis. Now, horizontal bar chart. It is also possible to draw bar charts so that the bars are horizontal, which means that the longer the bar, the larger the category. In the horizontal bar chart, we present the categories along vertical axis and the discrete value along horizontal axis. Now, group bar chart. A group or clustered bar graph is used to represent discrete values of more than one item that share the same category. This is the category and this is the sub part of that category. So this is the group of this category and this is the group of this same category. Categories is same, but these are the four groups of that category. So grouped bar chart are a way of showing information about different subgroups of the main categories. But care needs to be taken to ensure that the chart does not contain too much information, making it complicated to read and interpret. Now, what is this stacked bar chart? Some bar graphs have the bar divided into subparts that represent the discrete value for items which represent a portion of the whole group. This is the first category and this is the subpart for this category. So this is the second category, and these are the subpart that represent the discrete value for items which represent a portion of the whole group. So similarly, this is the third category and this is the subpart of this category. So this is the fourth category and this is the subpart of this category. Now, how to create a bar chart? There is some procedure to create a bar chart. First of all, determine the discrete range, as I have already told you in the previous slide. To determine the discrete range, for the discrete range, check the data to find the bar with the largest value. This will help you determine the range of the vertical axis and the size of each increment, and then determine the number of bars. For the number of bars, check the data to find how many bars your chart will contain. Use this number to draw and label the horizontal axis. Then determine the order of the bars. Bars may be arranged in any order, but a bar chart arranged from highest to lowest incidence is called a Pareto chart. Now draw the bars. If you are preparing a group bar graph, remember to present the information in the same order in each group. Now, what is the difference between bar graph and histogram graph? The bars in bar graphs are usually separated. This is the way of bar graph. In the bar graphs, bars are separated, and in the histogram graphs, bars are adjacent to each other. So this is the main difference between the bar graph and the histogram graph. Now, dear students, let's move on an example to show this data by bar charts. In this data, there are some fruits, and these are the sold amount for 3 months, April, May and June, and this is the total amount of individual fruits for all these 3 months. So how to present this data by charts? Let's see. For example, we consider one factor, and using bar chart, how to create this data by charts. One factor mean consider only one quantity on the horizontal axis. So here we present only the fruit on the horizontal axis, and in the vertical axis we present the total number of sold. So since in the given table the highest total sold amount is 172, so in this table this is the highest range 180, so which include the number 172. Now then construct the classes, distribute this data in classes, and the difference gap interval will be uniform for each classes. So from 0 to 30 is first class, 30 to 60 is second class, 60 to 90 another class, 60 to 120, 120 to 150 and 150 to 180. Now there are different colors which represents fruits: apple, pear, peach, orange, kiwi and melon. So the first bar represent apple and total number of sold for the apple. Similarly, this bar represent total number of sold for pear, and this this bar represent the number of sold for peach, and this for orange, and this for kiwi, and this for melon. So there is another simple way using chart by symbols, using some special symbols for the quantity. So there is no difference between these two graphs. Now another types is a group chart. How to represent the quantities, the data by group charts. In this group chart I use two factors. Two factors mean along horizontal axis I represent two quantities. One quantity is a month, and the other quantity is a fruit. And along the vertical axis I represent amount of the sold for each month, for April, for May, and for June. This is not the total amount in all these 3 months. This discrete data represent the amount of sold for individual month, for April, like for May, or for June. Since individually in the given data, the largest value in this table for each month, the largest value is 85. So now to construct and distribute the data in classes from 0 to 90, since the largest value in individual month is 85, so we can arrange the data from 0 to 90 and then make the classes from 0 to 50 or from 0 to 10 or from 0 to 20, but each class has uniform interval. There will be uniform interval, uniform gap, the size of each class will be same. So for example, one class from 0 to 15, other class from 0 to 30, and 30 to 45, 45 to 60, 60 to 75, and 75 to 90. So this first group represent fruits chart for April, and this is the another group of date fruit for May, and this is the third group for date fruit for June. Now overlaid bars and staked bar. Overlaid bar and staked bar are similar, but there is only one difference between these two bars. The difference is that in the overlaid bar, put the quantity at the bottom which has least value in the given data, and then arrange bar for each quantity from smallest to largest. Since in the given data, in the given table, for example, this is the given table. In the given table for the month April, melon has least value 33 and orange has largest value 85. So put in the overlaid bar, put the bar for the melon at the bottom, in the bar for the orange at the top, and then use this ascending order. Construct the bar for each quantity for April, and similarly for May and for June. Now this is the staked bar. In this staked bar we can put bar for each quantity according to the given series in the table. Since in the table the first quantity is fruit apple, so put the bar for apple at the bottom. Since in the table the value of the sold value of apple is 82, so from 0 to 82 we consider apple, and the other fruit in this series in the given table is pear, and the pear value is the sold value of the pear is 73. So from this point to this point we count the sold value of pear, and since we notice that the smallest The smallest sold value for the fruit is melon, which has 33 sold value. So from this point to this point we count the melon sold value, which is 33. It does not mean that from 0 to this value represent the melon value. The melon sold value will be count from this point to this point. So in the straight bar, put the bar for each quantity in the given series. Similarly, follow this procedure for the May and for the June. And dear students, this is the end of this segment. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.